Hello, low impact cardio today with me, Jason. We're going to begin with just some knee ups. So, we're going to keep this soft landing. For some of you, this is mid morning, others, maybe earlier in the morning. So, consider this sort of a warm up. You can even hold your knee in as you lift. Okay, so we're flexing through the hip, which means we're folding from the top of our thigh, bringing our knee and shin up as high as we can, as we comfortably can in front of us. And then we're gonna switch over to butt kicker. So your heel comes up in a half circle motion. Keep the pace controlled. We're bringing that heel up toward the glute. All right, and then you wanna keep your knees down, so directly underneath your hip, okay, because of that hamstring, the back of the thigh, also contributes to hip extension, which means kicking your leg back. And we're actually gonna do that next, so it's more of a tap back. So I want you to keep your back strong, spine is up tall, soft tap to the back. All right, I can already feel it's about to get warm in here. So keep tapping that foot back. Think about getting your thigh behind you. So we're extending through the hip, working that gluteal region, stretching the hip flexors in front here. All right, and then let's get to work. So at this point, I just needed to redirect our fan. Okay, so we're gonna begin with the squat to heel lift. So we're squat thrusting. So we're placing our feet wide enough so that they stay directly in contact with the floor from the entire foot. And then we're lifting our heels off the floor. All right, coming up like that. So notice we're sitting down through the hips as we bend the knees, and then we're slightly leaning forward as our hips sit back. There we go. Down and up. Good. All right. For some of you, you can also add some arm motion. So what we're gonna do is down, we're gonna press both arms up. You'll press both arms up. Okay. I'm gonna do one side. Good. Push. There we go. All right. Let's give our legs a break for a little bit because we're gonna challenge them a bit more. So just some light heel kickers. What I'd like you to do, come to the front on one side. We're gonna get a low position, so almost like you're in the beginning of a narrow stance squat. And then now we're reaching our leg as far back as possible, but we're staying low. Torso is tall. Almost like we're doing a back lunge, except our back leg is straight. So we're focusing on that hip extension, getting our leg behind us, and we're also staying low. You'll notice your front knee is gonna be bent. Good. Woo. Get low, good. There we go. All right, coming up for some shoulder isolations. We're placing both arms straight in front of us, and we're gonna do some rapid circles inward. I'm healing a shoulder injury, so I'm gonna stick to one arm, but go ahead and do both, circling in like this, so keeping it rapid, thumbs facing in. So we'll do this halfway and then we'll switch. So you can make those circles smaller and go faster, or a little bigger, but slower, good. There we go. And we're going to pause, and now our thumbs are gonna face slightly out, so your palms are up, and then we're circling both arms to the outside. Ooh, that burns through the shoulders, especially as we're keeping our arms straight. There we go. So standing in place. Woo, can you do this for 10 more seconds? All right. 4, 3, 2. All right, drop the arms, wiggle it out, maybe cross it over, hugging it in. Okay, before we move on, get a sip of water, rehydrate. And we're moving on. So we're gonna come over to one side, bend your knees slightly. We're shuffling over, maybe a couple steps if you have room. And then we're also staying low. So let me see that slight knee bend. Sit down with your hips, your chest open, facing forward. Shuffle, shuffle. Good, let's keep this going. Good. All right, looking good. Breathe out with it. Okay, maybe even get lower if you can. All right, shuffle, shuffle, and return. All right, walk it in place as we get ready for the next move, which is going to be a step back lunge. Facing forward, but coming over to one side. Take a big step back, bend the knee down, and switch. We're keeping that hip width stance. And then I'm gonna give you the option, which I recommend, to add some arm curls. So bending through the elbow, bringing your fists up toward your shoulders. Squeeze, there you go. Control that back leg though. So take a long enough step back, bending that knee toward the floor, pressing off your front leg, adding the optional arm curl. Good. There we go. Breathe out with it. And one more. Remember, I started on that side. And recover. All right. Step and tap in place. We're coming up for some high knees. So start here. And then use your hands to kind of give you a target to shoot for. All right. To this, we're going to add some straight arm pull downs. So as you're lifting your knees up, start with both arms up. And we're going to pull it down hard. So keep it powerful. Again, I'm staying with one arm, but go ahead and do both. Boom, up, down. So think about your arms and legs lengthening at the same time, and then you're meeting in the middle. Torso stays upright, so no need to curl your spine in. Stay up. Use the arms and the legs. Good. You're still gonna work through the mid. There you go. Ooh, that's tough. All right. Now we're gonna take that step back lunge. We're gonna focus on one side, but we're adding a knee lift. Here's what it looks like. So we're gonna start with this leg, take a step back, knee raise up. Balance on that front leg, knee raise. So stable on your front foot. All right, and with this, I like this running motion with the arm. The kind of one arm goes back and then alternate. Good. Boom. All right. And of course we have to do both sides, so we're almost there. All right. Whew. Walk that out for a bit as you switch sides. Now over to this leg. Both feet facing forward, hip width stance, big step back, bend the knee down, lift the knee up. Get that kind of running motion, pause, your upper body, good. There you go. All right, and press that front foot completely through the floor. So make sure every part of your foot stays in contact with the floor. Woo. All right, go ahead and walk it out. Before we move on, go ahead and grab one ankle, try to balance or hold on. Knees down, quadricep stretch, and along with it, if you can circle your ankle up back here, great. Circle the foot around both directions. All right, and then other side. So bend the knee under your hip, grab it at the ankle if you can, hold on for balance if you'd like. Circle the foot one way, and then circle your foot the other way. All right, I'm feeling the breathing rate coming up. Go ahead and grab a sip of water. We're about the halfway point of this workout. Coming up next, we're gonna do some more isolated arm motions So on this one, it's a crisscross. So contracting through your chest. So we're gonna form an X up here and then just continue to alternate. So go ahead and do that, both arms. I know it'll look weird for me. I'm only doing one side, but we're doing this. Good. There you go. So again, you can go big, a little slower paced, not slow, but slower, or you can go smaller motions, faster. Do what works for you. You're contracting through the chest, pulling back through the shoulders. Oh my goodness, this burns. Good. Woo, squeeze it in. You'll get a recovery after this. But 5 more seconds. Let's go, Lynn. 3, 2, and shake it out. Before we move on, do me a favor, get your hands behind your head and just gently pull your elbows back to expand your chest, because we're continuing with upper and lower body. Yes, wow. Okay, so next up, we're gonna do a knee up, but we're adding a twist. So what this is going to look like is, first of all, start with our lower body, all right? So you have that rhythm, knee up, soft tap, down on the foot. Now we're gonna rotate or twist our torso over to one side, and we're gonna kind of do this kayaking motion here, bringing our elbows down toward the outside of that leg. So see that? It's almost like you're making an infinity symbol in the air with your arms in front here. Okay, so I'm gonna let my one side rest, but go ahead and continue that motion so you know it. Whoa, all right. Little dab off here. Now next up, we're gonna do some heel kicks up to the front. So we're doing the inside of that foot. So wrap your ankle up, knee comes out, figure 4. Alexa just told me something, I don't know. Here we go. Kick it up, knee goes out, and then I like to use the hands. And then what you could also do, all right, bring your arms up to about 90 and then come down. So give your arms more room to travel, down, boom. Anytime we can bring in the upper body, all right, more cardio effect, more calorie burn, and just an overall balanced workout. Good. Whew. Lock it in place. Coming into squat reach next. So what we're gonna do is place our feet wide enough so that when we sit down into the squat, we're reaching our arms down between us, but we're keeping it close to the body. So like this, and then as we come up, we're pressing both arms up. So if you look from the side, your arms stay close to your body the entire time. So kind of stay in that plane there. All right, so go ahead and continue like this. Good. Down, bend the elbows to lift, and make sure you're sitting down into it. Not just about bending your knees, it's also about folding at the hip. Keep that squat balanced from front to back. So it's a combined hip, knee, and ankle motion. Good. All right. Step it side to side. We're coming into some modified jacks next. All right, so we're actually gonna walk the feet in narrow, tap the legs straight out. Okay, so the way to progress this is start with a side raise or lateral raise with your elbow. So go ahead and continue both arms. All right, and then you straighten the arms. And if you're ready for it, go ahead and circle your arms all the way up. Even if you need to slow down the pace just slightly. So thumbs are gonna come up and in, meeting at the middle. Good, there you go. Up, woo! I like this one. Extend that leg out, really work into our shoulders. 3, 2, all right, that's a water break. What you can also do, hit some shoulder rolls. All right, here we go, final 5 minutes. Okay. So next up, we're hitting some more side-to-side motion with the skater. So you're gonna start by taking as wide of a step to the side as you can. From there, try to cross one leg behind. And there's more to it. Let's see if you can balance on one leg. So over to one side. So it's more of a step lift. Good. There you go. All right. Swing your arms to the side. There you go. There we go. Yeah, all right. So all you need to do is continue. You have 3 levels. You choose. There you go. All right. Whew. And walk it in place. All right, coming into some more lunges. But this time, instead of the knee up, we're gonna do straight leg kickback. So what it's gonna be is step back, bend it, and then kick, and then neutral. Other leg, bend it down, get back there, reset, down. And then you're gonna allow your torso to tip forward, sort of as a counterbalance. Not excessive though, because in order to work that glute region, we wanna feel our thigh still going behind us. So don't just rock your torso forward to make it look like your leg is lifting up back there. Really use the leg. There you go. Squeeze. You got this. Woo. Man, you're working me. All right. Walk it in place. Whew. I'm just gonna need another sip of water there. We're coming up to some torso twists. Okay, do me a favor. Both hands up by your head, elbows up. Feet are pretty wide. And then we're doing elbow cross, twist toward the knee. You don't really need to crunch down. Stick to that straight across twist. And then, but you're bringing your knee kind of up and diagonal. You're starting up wide and twist, good. Another option is you can do arms in front like this and then bring your elbows toward that lifted knee. There you go. All right, so get used to these big motions because next up we're coming into some smaller, quick motions. All right, recover for a bit. Just walk in place. All right. So don't underestimate these active recovery periods. It seems like we're moving pretty nonstop, but sometimes you want to just regain your energy to prepare for the next move, which is now. So you're going to bend your knees slightly. Rapid feet. So jogging in place or run in place. And here's what we're doing. Step out, back in. See that? So keep your feet moving fast. Step out and back in. And then what I want to show you is that my heels are just slightly off the floor. So you're balancing the weight on the front of your feet. And now I'm going to switch the lead foot. Good. Mind games. Good. There you go. Whew. Ooh. Feel this in the ankles. 3, 2. All right. Walk it in place and come over to one side. We're gonna do some side leg lifts. Man, that one really worked. Okay, so we're spreading our feet semi-wide. First thing we're gonna do, squat down, and then you're gonna come over, lift the leg out. So you wanna come over to the point where your upper torso, your upper body is balanced above that standing leg. You're kind of just, it's almost as if you're standing on that one leg, which you are as you lift this leg out. Good. And then keep your knee and foot facing forward. All right, one more on this side, and we're finishing over here. So this is the end point. Balance not way over here, more like this. All right, so start with that squat down. Last 20 seconds to go. Down and lift. All right, and on that leg lift, the knee is facing forward along with your foot. Your leg is facing forward to emphasize that outward hip motion, the This is abduction, lift, and let's throw in one more. Woo! Excellent work on today's low impact cardio. Thanks for joining me today. I will see you next week, same time. Bye-bye. Thanks, everyone. Woo! Thanks, Christina. Bye, Susie. Yes, I agree. Bye, Melissa. Thanks so much, Lynn. Thanks, E. Yep. Likewise. See you, Nick. Bye, Carmen. Yeah, I had a blast. Thank you. So much fun.